one of those rivals, NDP leader Andrea Horwath. She's in Bowmanville with reaction to today's developments. So, Ms. Horwath, let me ask you, I mean, one, you can empathize as from one leader to another, but have you ever seen anything like this in all of your political experience?
No, I haven't, Colin. And I guess on one hand, you can understand how difficult that must have been for Ms. Wynne. But on the other hand, the advice that she's giving Ontarians is very irresponsible. And in fact, she's playing a very dangerous game, because a vote for Kathleen Wynne's Liberals or a vote for Doug Ford is going to end us up in the same place on election night.
Take us through that rationale a little bit, because you say that Liberal votes would result in a Ford majority. I think a lot of people would think that, that support would automatically go to the NDP. You think it would go towards Doug Ford and the Progressive Conservatives?
What I'm saying is a vote for Ms. Wynne or a vote for Mr. Ford will end up putting Mr. Ford at the helm, and that is absolutely the wrong direction for Ontario. The choice at this point is between Mr. Ford as the Premier or me as the Premier, and what Kathleen Wynne did this morning is really all about Kathleen Wynne and her desire to hold on to power at Queen's Park. It's not what people deserve.
So then let me ask you this, and we'll end with this. If they did have the balance of power, if the NDP was voted in a minority situation and Kathleen Wynne or whoever that next leader would be would have the balance of power, would you accept Liberal support to continue governing?
I'm glad you asked the question, Colin, because I've made some remarks a couple of days ago that were not properly reported, in that I've said very clearly, I will not work with anybody who believes that privatizing our public services is the right thing to do. I won't work with people who think that cutting our healthcare system is appropriate. And in Ontario, both of those other two parties, Liberals and Conservatives, hold those views. I can't work with people who hold those views. They're completely opposite of the views I hold.
So if you have a minority government and the Liberals offer their support, you won't take it?
Well, again, I think that people have a decision to make that will come on Thursday, and post-Thursday, I'm hoping to be able to bring the change for the better that people have been responding to in droves across our province. I mean, we're in Bowmanville now, and there were literally hundreds of people here to welcome me, because they know that this election is extremely important, and it will change the course of the future for so many, for everybody, for all the people of Ontario and all of the families who live here. And this is an opportunity to stop settling, people don't have to keep settling for Liberals and Conservatives. We can make the kind of change that puts people at the heart of every decision that's made in our province, and that's what I'm asking people to do on Thursday.
All right, NDP leader Andrea Horwath in Bowmanville, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.